Thank you so much for joining us for KARE 11 News at noon. I'm Alexis Rogers. Happening right now at the Capitol, the Minnesota State Legislative Session is just getting started, and Michelle Beck brings us a look at 2024's biggest priorities.
We're looking at a noon start time for the House and Senate floor sessions. Throughout the 2024 legislative session, what likely will be a top priority are bonding projects, borrowing money to invest in roads, bridges, and clean water. Now, even-numbered years are traditionally known as bonding and policy years because state lawmakers pass a two-year budget in odd-numbered years. As early as today, lawmakers are also set to discuss a controversial school resource officer law. A new bill is expected to clarify and enhance the law passed last year that banned officers from using certain restraints on students. Throughout the session, we're also expecting action on other topics, including sports betting and the state's new recreational marijuana law. In St. Paul, Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News.
A vote to send funding to Ukraine and Israel is a step closer to the U.S. Senate floor. The $95 billion would go to national security in those countries, as well as humanitarian help in Gaza. Yesterday, the aid bill passed a procedural vote in the Senate, but even if it passes an official vote there, its fate in the House is uncertain. This is video just into the newsroom of the moment two freed hostages reunited with their families in an Israeli hospital. Family members tell CNN the 60 and 70-year-old have lost weight since they were taken by Hamas 128 days ago, but they're reportedly in good condition. The two were freed during a special operation that included series of strikes in Gaza. The Palestine Red Crescent Society says more than 100 people were killed. Well, turning now to our weather here, we're starting this week with some sun. Ben, especially for February, I'm not complaining, but it definitely looks like a calm Monday outside.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is probably going to be about as warm as the forecast gets, but things are going to be relatively quiet, at least through the first half of the week. Let's get you caught up with temperatures. We've already broken 40 degrees already. That's what you get when you get a full day of sunshine with no snowpack on the ground. Ground tends to warm up a lot faster when we don't have any snow. Further to the north, clouds are starting to thicken up, basically from Brainerd to the Mille Lacs area, Pine City, starting to see those clouds filter in. And we could see that brushed parts of the north and northeast metro later this afternoon with some flurries underneath some of those clouds. But most of us dealing with a good amount of sunshine today. And again, this will probably end up being the warmest day of the week as we reach into the lower 40s. Light snow is possible. Get this. Light snow that could actually cover the ground. It's possible. It does occasionally happen in winter sometimes. That would be Wednesday evening into Wednesday night. We turn briefly colder later this week. We'll talk more about that snow potential headed our way coming up.
Ben, thank you. Turning now to the Minneapolis Police Department investigating a string of robberies in the southern part of the city. Many involve a weapon. Here's a look at where they all happened between 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. on Saturday night. MPD says in all of those cases, a group of 3 to 6 teens or young adults got out of a car and robbed people who were walking. In many of the cases, they were targeting women. Some of them were alone when it happened. The department says 8 of the 14 robberies involved a gray SUV that was reported stolen. And they say they're trying to figure out if the other 6 are related. Edina police tell us a string of 9 robberies in the last 6 months are likely related. Officers say thieves targeted wealthier neighborhoods and unoccupied homes to avoid confrontations. People in Edina tell us police warned them that the criminals could be using a tool to interfere with their security systems like Ring cameras. Cyber forensic experts recommend getting a security system that hard lines into your home. Well, today, a Disney on Ice performer is in critical but stable condition after a fall during a partner lift at Saturday's Minneapolis show. The performer was playing Belle from Beauty and the Beast for the show at the Target Center. A tent was brought out on the ice and guests were asked to leave for a short time. Shows went on as scheduled for the rest of the weekend.